NASA has released Hubble images of the farthest star ever seen, and it indicates revelations that will answer ancient questions dating back to the very beginning of the universe. The startling discovery is 50 times the mass of our Sun, and probably one of the first stars ever to have bloomed from the Big Bang. You won't want to miss this presentation. Stay tuned in and receive all the news about the Hubble Telescope images of the farthest star ever to have been seen. The Hubble Space Telescope detected light that took 12.9 billion years to reach Earth. To understand how this happened, it is important to know the vital details about the Hubble Space Telescope. The Hubble Telescope was named in honor of the trailblazing astronomer Edwin Hubble, whose contributions to astronomy are just as profound as the telescope that was named after him. Edwin Hubble played a crucial role in establishing the fields of extragalactic astronomy and observational cosmology. Hubble proved that many objects previously thought to be clouds of dust and gas and classified as nebula were actually galaxies beyond the Milky Way. The Hubble Space Telescope is a large, space-based observatory with a 7.9-foot or 2.4-meter primary mirror in its optical tube. Since its launch and development by the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1990, it has revolutionized astronomy. Far above rain clouds, light pollution, and atmospheric distortions, Hubble has a crystal-clear view of the universe. And with its keen, acute eye, scientists have used Hubble to observe some of the most distant stars and galaxies yet seen, let alone the planets in our solar system. In its 30-plus years of operation, the Hubble's capabilities have grown immensely due to new, cutting-edge scientific instruments that have been added to the telescope over the course of 5 astronaut servicing missions. So, the astronauts made the best of their trip, which was much more than simply replacing and upgrading aging parts. These servicing missions have greatly extended the telescope's lifetime. As for some of its special features, telescopes have a particular range of light that they can detect, but for the Hubble's optics, its domain extends from the ultraviolet through the visible, which our eyes see, and into the near-infrared. This range has allowed Hubble to deliver stunning images of stars, galaxies, and other astronomical objects that have contributed to a better understanding of our universe. Over the course of its lifetime, the Hubble has made more than 1.5 million observations. Over 19,000 peer-reviewed science papers have been published on its discoveries, and every current astronomy textbook includes contributions from the Hubble Observatory. The telescope has tracked interstellar objects as they soared through our solar system, watched a comet collide with Jupiter, and discovered Pluto's moons, Nix and Hydra. It has found dusty disks and stellar nurseries throughout the Milky Way that may one day become fully-fledged planetary systems. And the Hubble has studied the atmospheres of planets that orbit other stars, or exoplanets. And now, for probably the most stunning Hubble discoveries, the Hubble has peered back into our universe's distant past to locations more than 13.4 billion light-years from Earth, capturing galaxies merging, probing the supermassive black holes that lurk in their depths, and helping determine the rate at which the universe is expanding. It is indeed a record-breaking milestone. Updating on the recent development, the Hubble Space Telescope has spotted the farthest star ever seen, and NASA discloses that the star is named Earendel and existed when the universe was about 4 billion years old, which is only about 30% of its current age. As previously mentioned, the star is so far that its light took 12.9 billion years to reach Earth, which allowed scientists to know what it looked like when it was just 7% of its current age. It's like looking back into the past. In a manic of astonishment, astronomer Brian Welch of Johns Hopkins University and the lead author of the research published in Nature, as per NASA, we almost didn't believe it at first. It was so much farther than the previous, most distant, highest redshift star. The term redshift is used by scientists to explain the expansion of the universe. As the universe expands, light from distant objects is stretched or shifted to longer, redder wavelengths as it travels away from its source. NASA scientists explained that the discovery of this faraway star was made using data during Hubble's reionization lensing cluster survey, which is commonly known as the RELIX program. In the RELIX program, and through a method called gravitational lensing, the star was ultimately discovered. Keep in mind that gravitational lensing occurs when a tremendous mass warps the fabric of space and creates a powerful natural magnifying glass that distorts and greatly amplifies the light from distant objects behind it. The oldest star ever discovered, called Earendel, actually means morning star. According to the team led by astronomer Brian Welch, Earendel, the oldest star ever witnessed by mankind, has a mass at least 50 times that of our Sun, named Sol, and a brightness also millions of times greater than our Sun, Sol. NASA revealed that it was the huge galaxy cluster called WHL 0137-08 that helped in discovering the star as it created a natural lens for the scientists to see. Since Earendel has such a massive size, scientists have speculated that it might actually be a binary star. So, NASA is currently working to find out if Earendel is truly a lone star or has a companion star. For more in-depth research, scientists are using the James Webb Space Telescope to study Earendel in infrared light. Dan Coe, co-author of the study, said, "With Webb we expect to confirm Earendel is indeed a star, as well as measure its brightness and temperature. We also expect to find the Sunrise Arc galaxy is lacking in heavy elements that form in subsequent generations of stars. This would suggest Earendel is a rare, massive, metal-poor star." Massive metal-poor stars are the scientific term given to stars which are said to be the oldest in our universe. The James Webb Space Telescope, named after NASA's administrator during the 1960s, is intended to assist and/or replace the aging Hubble Space Telescope. For its construction, thousands of employees from 29 countries worked on the massive 7-ton telescope throughout the 1990s, with NASA collaborating with European and Canadian space agencies to build and deploy it. Astronomers all over the world have been waiting for the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, to take flight after years of difficulties. Due to last-minute technical issues, the launch was delayed, and then it was postponed until Christmas of 2021 due to strong winds. Arianespace CEO Stefan Israel, on the day of the launch of the JWST, said, "This morning we launch for humanity. After Webb, we'll never look at the sky the same way again." Upon the launch of the JWST, he also stated, "It was absolutely lovely to watch everything go off without a hitch. We are hopeful that we will now be able to glimpse the first galaxies that emerged in the universe around 13 billion years ago." And this is exactly what it will be doing as it reinforces the project from the Hubble. Moreover, the highlight of the Webb telescope is a gold-plated mirror with a diameter of over 6.5 meters, or 21 feet. This means the Webb's optics are 3 times greater than the Hubble telescope. It's the size of a tennis court, measuring 21 by 14 meters, or 70 by 46 feet, with a wispy, 5-layered sunshield protecting the observatory. This feature is extremely necessary to keep the light-gathering mirror and heat-sensing infrared detectors at sub-zero temperatures. Hundreds of releasing mechanisms must all work flawlessly for the telescope to be successful. NASA Program Director Greg Robinson described the entire project as unique. After decades of planning and construction, the $10 billion infrared telescope that was launched in December 2021 has already successfully unfolded in space. Although its 18 independent mirror parts have now been correctly positioned so that they may act as one gigantic mirror, there are still other tests that must be run before it's fully functional. Lee Feinberg, the optical telescope element manager for the Webb Space Telescope at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, was quoted saying, "We were in the Mission Control Center when the first photographs came down, and it was a really emotional moment. I'm delighted to report that the telescope's optical performance is simply wonderful, and it's actually operating extremely well. So now, astronomers focus the telescope at bright stars during the alignment phase, and hope to see a tandem effort with the Hubble in the direction of Earendel." NASA previously released images that showed the pieces acting as distinct telescopes, each providing a different image of the same star. As for the JWST's predecessor, in its 30-plus years of operation, the Hubble telescope has made observations that have captured humanity's imaginations and deepened our knowledge of the cosmos. And with the help of scientists maintaining it, upgrading it, and with the help of its successor, the Hubble will continue to reveal more shocking facts about space in the decades to come. Thanks for watching this presentation about the Hubble capturing images of the oldest star mankind has ever seen. For more curious reports, head to the Space Infinity archive and watch other videos. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already.